Hello and welcome. I'm Desi Arnaz, professional investor. And hey, I want to welcome you guys to today's show. I'm glad to see you guys are here. And I am excited to share with you guys some information today that I think you're going to find pretty darn exciting, especially those of you that would like to get into the note space and maybe you don't have a lot of cash and you just want to make some quick cash, because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today: how to make some quick cash as a note in the note business. So, welcome again. This is the Note Investing for Newbies show, and we're going to be talking about actually flipping notes. I want to welcome you guys. I want to ask you guys to like and share this with your Facebook friends and your YouTube friends. And those of you that don't know about note investing, because I know this is the Note Investing for Newbies show, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just basically making sure that we're all on the same page with notes. If you're out there right now, hit me up in the chat to just say, hey, Des, what's up? All right, I'm Desi Arnaz, and I want to acknowledge you guys that are on with me today. All right, so there you go. Hopefully, you guys can all hear me just fine. I'm hoping that's the case. Let me just check here and see. Normally, I will receive a phone call or a text message from someone who says, I can't hear you. All right. All right. Jonas is here. Hey, Jonas, welcome. Welcome. We are glad to see you here. Love that American flag, brother. Way to go. Sean says, hey, Des. Sarah says, hey, Desi. All right. Glad to see both of you here today. So good. Sounds like I'm on board. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make money with notes, even if you don't have any money, just by doing a little bit of Craigslist research. And you're going to like that. Okay. I'll show you how you can literally add an extra $1,000 to $5,000 a month to your income by doing a little bit of Craigslist research. I want to welcome Will today. Willie, I call him Will, okay, but Willie works. Willie Wonker works, let me tell you. Loud and clear, Will says he can hear me great. So in case you don't know what a note is, let me just start by saying to you, telling you guys what a note is. A note is a promise to pay. It's an IOU. That's all it really is. And anytime you take out a piece of paper and you write down on a piece of paper, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, sis, hey, brother, I owe you $100. You just created a note. You give it to them and they have a document that proves that you owe them $100. Now, if they wanted some money right now, what they could do is they could go out to someone and say, hey, give me $50 for this and I'll give it to you. And then all of a sudden my daughter, my sister, whatever, will owe you $100, right? And so they would have sold that note at a discount. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Now, I invest in notes that instead of having someone's signature to back it up, I invested notes that basically say, I owe you money. And this is the borrower now talking to the bank, saying to the bank, I owe you money. I'm willing to use my house as collateral. And if I don't pay you back, you can take my house. Okay. That's called a mortgage note. And that's what I invest in, mortgage notes. So here's the way it looks for me as an investor. When I put my money out there on a mortgage note, either I get paid or I get the house. That's the way it works. Okay. Either I get paid or I get the house. It's a great way to invest money safely. And because people don't want to lose their homes, they're more likely than not going to make those payments every month. So I'll get paid with interest. So that's what a note is. And that's what we're talking about today. Now, let me just switch over here. Again, I want to ask you guys to like and share this. Let's get some Facebook love out there. I want to switch over to my screen share because I want to show you something. Okay, I've got this little presentation that I want to share with you. While I cue that up, I'm gonna just put that up on screen while I cue up my screen share here. All right, here's our screen share. Choose share, yes. All righty. All All right. So here's what I'm going to share with you guys. How to make money with notes right now. Okay. This is not a long drawn out process. You could make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 next week using this strategy. Okay. And I'm just talking about the week. This is Thanksgiving week. You could make it this week, but the odds are it'll take about a week for us to close on the deal. So therefore, you'll make the money next week if you were to go out this week and find someone that meets what I'm about to show you guys. Okay, let's take a look at this. Here's how you do it. You got to find people that want to sell a note, bring them to us being the ACI Legacy Group. That's my company. Okay, you bring them to us and you get paid. It's simple. 1, 2, 3. All right, but how do you find those people? And that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you something called a Craigslist strategy for finding the people that you can bring to the table that might want to sell their notes. You bring them to us, we buy the note and you get paid. Okay, so let me give you an example of how that might actually look. All right, let's just say you're searching through Craigslist or the local newspaper, or you find it someplace else online, but it says for sale by owner. That's real estate that is for sale by owner. There's no real estate agent involved. Okay, sometimes these deals have real estate agent involved, might have a real estate agent involved, but 9 out of 10 times, even 99 out of 100 times, there is no real estate agent involved. So you're looking for people that are selling their own homes. These are not professionals. This might be a landlord who's selling his home, or just some person that's selling her home, right? And they are also offering owner financing. Now, what does that mean? That means buy here, pay here. In other words, you buy my house from me. Let's just say I'm selling my house on my own. I'm for sale by owner, and I'm selling this little house that I own, and you want to buy it. And I say to you, look, just give me a down payment, and then you can pay me every month for the next 20 years. And when you make the final payment, the house is all yours. In other words, you don't have to go to the bank to borrow money. All you need is a down payment and you're approved because I am going to finance you. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of deal that you're looking for. Now, depending on where you live, you may say, boy, there are no deals like that around here. And you're probably right in those cases. However, there are hundreds, perhaps even thousands of these deals originated every single year in this country, in all different states. And so here's what you've got to do. You've got to find them. And that's what you're going to use Craigslist to do. Okay. This, when you see this ad, this spells opportunity for you. So, and it doesn't have to be 10% down. Sometimes you'll see for sale by owner financing, 0% down. Sometimes you'll see 20%, 5%, whatever. Just you're looking for owner financing. That's the key. Okay. So I've got a little scenario that I want to run by you. And this will help you to understand it a little better. Let's just say that John is selling his home for $100,000. And he says, if you put down $10,000, you can owe him the other $90,000. He says he's going to charge you a 7% interest rate, and you can pay him back over the next 25 years. In other words, you're going to be paying back $636.10 a month on this house. Now, what's in it for you? Well, what's in it for you is you get to buy this house with 10% down, no credit checks, easy qualifying, no closing costs. You don't have to jump through a lot of hoops, and you own a home. Okay? You own a home. Isn't that great? That's called owner financing. For those of you out there that say, man, I'd love to buy a house, but I have bad credit. Well, guess what? You don't really need good credit for owner financing homes. Oftentimes, when I see owner financing deals, the owners didn't even check the credit. Okay? They just take that down payment and they put you into the house. You don't rent it, you own it. It is your house. So in this case here, you'd be paying $636 a month for 25 years. So that's what's in it for you. Now, what's in it for John when he sells you his house this way? Well, what's in it for John is that he's going to collect $636 a month for the next 25 years. Now, remember, he sold you his house for $100,000 and he's already got $10,000 from you, but you're also going to pay him $636.10 for 25 years, right? That means you're going to pay him another $190,000 over the next 25 years. So he got 10,000 now, another 190. He literally received $200,000 for this house. That's what's in it for John, the seller. Okay, so it's a win-win. You own your own home. You didn't have to jump through a lot of hoops to get qualified for the home. And John is receiving $636 a month that he can use to do whatever he wants to do with for the next 25 years. Okay? So that's the setup right there. And for those of you that find this stuff kind of interesting, I just want to tell you, you can head on over to my website, investbrilliantly.com. And at investbrilliantly.com, I do teach this kind of stuff for those of you that want to invest in notes. Now, if you want to learn how to be in the note business, then you want to head over to noteinvestoruniversity.com. That's noteinvestoruniversity.com. I will put that up on the screen so that you can see it. Here we are. noteinvestoruniversity.com. Now, at noteinvestoruniversity.com, I actually teach you how to do this stuff in detail. I have a little course there that you can sign up for, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. I'll give you the scripts. I'll give you the forms that you need. I'll give you everything that you need if you wanted to make those phone calls and bring those people to us, and then I can buy that note from you. All right, so let's just move on. So that's the scenario. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to reach out to John, right? And you're going to find out if he wants to sell his note. If it turns out that he does, we're going to negotiate with John to buy that note. All right. Now, if we're able to get a good deal on that note, we'll pay you as much as $5,000. But no matter what kind of deal we do, you're going to make at least $500. Most of our broker fees are between $1,000 and $3,000, just so you know. Okay. And we have people that bring us stuff all the time. And as a matter of fact, just before I started this call, I saw a broker from Chicago had just submitted something over to us to take a look at. Hey there, Beth. It's good to see you on the call today. Glad to see you there. I see my wife is with us today too, Patricia. Patricia, you're looking younger every day. It's a miracle. No, I'm not a pedophile. That wasn't Patricia. That was my granddaughter. Okay. All right. So anyway, guys, you can earn between $500 and $5,000 just bringing us these note deals. And you can find these deals for free on Craigslist. And you can find one every single week if you want to do the work. Okay. You can find more than one a week. So let me show you how to do this with Craigslist before we wrap this up. It's not rocket science. If you've ever been on Craigslist, you know that Craigslist is very geographically oriented, right? And so you can literally pull up a city, a county, a state, and you can find the real estate that's for sale in that city. So for this example, what I did is I just logged onto Craigslist and I said, hey, let's look at Atlanta, Georgia, okay? Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, you're going to find more assets being sold this way, more notes being sold this way with owner financing, more real estate in the southeastern United States and in Texas and across the South. You don't find nearly as much in the northern states. So you want to stay south, especially southeast. That would be, like Georgia, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, all those kind of states there, right? And straight on over to, New Mexico, Texas, just stay south, all right? So if you're looking on Craigslist, here's what I did. I just said, okay, I'm looking for real estate for sale. Every Craigslist jurisdiction has this category, so you can find it. And what you'll do is literally spend your time. If you were to take an hour a day and say, okay, I'm going to see what's for sale in these various jurisdictions. And then within these jurisdictions, you can find various cities within these jurisdictions. Like this is Atlanta, Georgia. Well, Georgia has a bunch of cities, right? So you can go to all the various cities right inside each county and inside each state and do the research that I'm about to show you how to do. So what you're looking for, once you're in there, you want to look for owner financing. So I logged into Craigslist, I looked up Atlanta, Georgia, then I just typed in owner financing as you see there on the screen. Simple process. This is not really difficult at all. When you do this and you put in owner financing, then some listings will show up as you can see right there. Most of them will not offer. You'll find some communities where there's not much owner financing, and you will find other communities where there's a lot of owner financing. And you'll often find communities where there's owner financing for vacant land. So if you don't find anything under owner financing, another topic that you might, another search term that you might put in there, you might put in there the term seller financing. Okay, if you put in seller financing, maybe that's what it's under, because not everybody uses the word owner financing, but you can look up seller financing, or you can look up private financing. Owner will carry. That's another way it's said. But while you're in Atlanta, for example, you'd want to search all of those terms and just give yourself a list of terms and search for all of them, because different listings will come up depending on what the owners or sellers have put into their ad. And so this one I put in owner financing, and this is what I got. I got this property right here. It says no qualifying for bank loans. Haha, we like that, right? That's exactly why people want owner financing. Maybe they don't have good enough credit to get a bank loan. Maybe they haven't been on their job for 2 years. You know, I had a doctor once when I was a real estate agent. I had a doctor once that wanted to buy a house. I couldn't even get him approved for financing, even though he was a doctor, but he had only been a doctor for less than 2 years. And the bank said, hey, you may be a doctor and you may be doing okay financially, but still, you need to have time on the job. So not everyone that is getting owner financing has bad credit. It's not always that. Sometimes they have their own business, but they don't write, but they haven't been in business for 2 years, so they don't qualify for bank financing. Or sometimes they have money, income that they don't claim. You know, they do side jobs. You know, I've had people that are like mechanics and people like that, where they get paid on their job, but on the side, they make as much money fixing cars on the side as they do at work. But, you know, banks don't count that income. A private owner can count all of that income to qualify this person and make just to know that this person can afford the payments. Bottom line is this: there's a lot of reason that people choose owner financing, and it doesn't really matter. We're looking for people that are trying to avoid the banks when they buy their home, and we want to find those people that are selling that real estate and offer them an opportunity to get cash now. Instead of collecting $636 for the next 25 years, we'll give you cash right now, and we will collect that money for the next 25 years. That's how it works. Okay. If we're able to negotiate that deal, we'll help you. Now, after you put in owner financing, you're going to get a screen like this, right? I identified a property where it says, you know, no qualifying for bank loan, owner financing, needs a down payment. And then what you want to do is you just want to click on this little reply button here on the upper left-hand side of the Craigslist ad. And when it opens up, here's what you'll find. Sometimes you'll find that actual, like in this one, right? Here's Reginald, and there's his phone number. By golly, okay. All you've got to do is call him up and say, hey, Reginald, I see you are selling your little house there in Atlanta, and that you are going to be financing it. And then I give you guys a little script that you can use to talk to Reginald. And I actually have a form that you can fill out as you ask him questions about it. And then you submit that form over to us. Anyway, let me just walk you through this. It's pretty simple. Sometimes, however, there is no name, there is no phone number, but there's always an email address. And you see right above this circle, it says copy and paste. It says copy and paste into your email? Well, that's the email address. It's a Craigslist email address, but it goes to Reginald. So you can always write him, and you can actually create a little email message and just copy and paste it into all the ones that you find. If you don't want to call anybody, let's say you're shy. First of all, you need to get over that. But if you are shy, you're not going to make as much money, but you can still make some just using copy and paste. So you type up this little message, right? And you copy it and you paste it into the email and you send it to everyone out there that's carrying back paper. Now, let me just mention this to you too. This guy, Reginald, is selling this house owner financing. This may not be the only house he has sold that way. People that do this often do this as a matter of course. In other words, they do it on a regular basis. Every time they sell property, they'll sell it this way. So even if he doesn't want to sell the note on this house, Reginald may have a note on other houses that he'd like to sell. We had one broker brought us a gentleman from Tennessee who had over 200 houses that he had carried back financing on, and we bought a dozen or more of them from him, the notes from him. Okay, so the broker made a lot of money bringing those people to us, and he found them, guess where? Okay, so you guys can find these investors out there too, and you can bring them to the table, and we will negotiate with them to buy their paper. So here's all you got to do. You got to engage them in a conversation about the property if you have a phone number. Otherwise, you're going to do it by email, right? Let me just real quick ask you guys, what do you think of this strategy in general? Is this a good strategy? Does this make sense? Does it seem too difficult for you? Okay. You know, I know people are always out there looking for part-time jobs, right? Forget about a part-time job. You don't need a part-time job. You know, this is better than a part-time job. You can create your own part-time business, okay? Forget about part-time jobs. I'm just going to put that up on my screen. Part-time business. Your business is flipping. Your business is flipping paper, okay? Like other people flip houses. You be flipping paper. You go out there, you find a piece of paper that someone wants to sell. You flip it our way. Let me see you in the chat. Hit me up in the chat. What do you think of this strategy? Is this good? Is this good information? I hope that you guys are finding this to be good information, okay? Because this is the kind of thing that people need. Even right now, if you want an extra $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 for Christmas or $5,000 between now and Christmas, because here we are the week of Thanksgiving, you absolutely can make it. All you got to do is just say, I'm going to set aside 2 or 3 hours. Get onto your computer, get into Craigslist, and start doing this stuff. Okay? If you do this, you'll have a part-time business that you've created on your own. All right? Pat says this is great information. You're right, Pat. This is really great information. And there's no reason for people to be running around trying to stress over spending money for Christmas when we have a solution like this. It's so simple. Okay, we pay cash. When you bring these people to us, we pay cash to buy this paper from these people. Okay, and so Jay says, I love it. Love it. You're right, man. This is lovable. This is the kind of stuff that can change your life. An extra $1,000 or $2,000 per month, if you just did this a couple of times a month, I mean, that can change everything for you. Okay, so let me get back to this. So here's the process. Pretty simple. Now, this is what I call an implementer. Ace says, yes, I've already started working on it. Right on, man. See, that's how I am too. When I find something that really makes sense, I say, you know what? What am I waiting for? I go for it. I go for it right away. And I've done that all my life. And that's why I've never really, I've had some downtimes with income, but I've never been really hurt financially. You know what I mean? Not like some people. And when I was down, it didn't take long to bounce back because I knew that I could do things like this, right? This is the kind of stuff you can do for the rest of your life. So anyway, you're going to engage them in a conversation about the property, either by phone. This is number one, right? By phone or just by email, just back and forth conversation. Tell them that you buy notes. or you buy cash flow, because not everybody even realizes when they carry back paper that they're carrying back a note. Some of these people that I have spoken to, they're not even that clear on what it is that they're doing. So you tell them that you buy notes, and you ask if they would like cash now. Because remember, in our example, John was going to be collecting $636 a month for the next 25 years. And while that's good, maybe something might come up, or something has come up, that he could use some cash now, not just 600 bucks. He's owed $90,000 in my example that I used, right? He's owed 90,000, and maybe he needs that 90 or most of that 90 right now. And if that's the case, that's where we come in. We'll write him a check right now and buy it and cash him out, and we'll collect $636 a month because we can wait. We love the cash flow. Okay. And then you want to ask him about the terms of financing that he has put into his advertisement, right? How much down, what interest rate he's charging, and all that. I actually have a form that I'm going to have you fill out. It's called a note intake form. You just hit me up. I'll send you over the note intake form, and then you can use that note intake form to ask all the right questions. And then all you've got to do is submit that note intake form over to our trade desk. That's it. Submit that over to our trade desk, and your work is done. If, in fact, we're able to negotiate a deal with the seller of the note, then you're going to get paid, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to get paid. Now, if you want to learn how to do this in any real detail and really make it into a business, then you want to head on over to Note Investor University, not Note Investing, Note Investor University. Head over to Note Investor University, sign up for my course. It's 97 bucks for 1 month. Okay. And you also, it's month to month. You can stay in as long as you want. I just say it's 97 bucks a month. And you also get one-on-one coaching with me to help you get this all set up and going for yourself too. Okay. So I'll show you how to do it, how to get it going. Get yourself signed up. We're a great group of people. You're not going to learn this for less than 100 bucks anywhere else. Trust me. And by the way, the Craigslist strategy is only one strategy. I can give you a half dozen strategies, and I will give you a half dozen strategies in my training. Okay. So you can learn all these other strategies. Now, if you happen to be a person that says, I don't really want to do that, that's not my thing, but you have money that you want to invest, or you just want to invest in notes and you don't have money, but you'd like to learn how to invest in mortgage notes using other people's money, then you want to head over to investbrilliantly.com. I have a ton of free information on that website, including some videos that give you free training about how to invest in notes. And my specialty is teaching people how to invest in notes using their own money, yes, but more importantly, how to invest in mortgage notes and build a large note portfolio using other people's money. You see, because even if you have money to invest in notes, as I did, you will eventually run out of money, as I did. Okay. And you're going to want to buy more notes. Okay. And so if you want to buy more notes and you've run out of money, the only option you have is to get money from someplace else. Banks aren't going to give you money to buy notes. If they know that you want to buy notes, they're not going to give you a nickel. And you just need to know that. So what you have to learn is how to find other people, private individuals, private money, people that will give you money, lend you money, partner with you so that you can buy notes using their money and you can build a portfolio that way. Okay, because you can't borrow it from a bank, but you can borrow it from a person. And I teach you how to do that. So head over to Invest Brilliantly to learn how to do that. Again, it's 97 bucks a month. That's nothing, because literally, if you follow my teaching in 4 years, you will be a millionaire and you'll never have to worry about money again. And I'm saying 4 years, but I'm telling you, it'll happen faster than that for you if you're hungry. I can tell you that because I've seen it. It'll happen faster than that for you if you're hungry. So if you're hungry, get started. Let's get going on this. Let's make this happen. Okay. So there you go, guys. That is how to make money right now with notes. Right now. And that's just one simple, easy strategy. That's low-hanging fruit. That's not going to make you rich, but it'll keep you from being poor. Okay. that much it will do. And then as you're making money, brokering these deals, flipping these notes to us, then if you save that money and you use that money to go buy a note, now you're going to start to create wealth. And it will only take you about a year, year and a half to become what I call wealthy. So I'm going to give you my definition of wealthy. Okay, this may not be Webster's definition of wealthy. My definition of wealthy is this: you're able to sustain your lifestyle from your investment income. Okay, you're wealthy at that point. In other words, you don't have to go to work, keep the lights on, keep the rent paid, take your vacations, whatever it is your lifestyle is. You don't have to give up your bowling league just because you lost your job, right? You can still live your life because you have enough investment income to take care of you. That you can do in just a few years with notes, okay? Just a couple of years, really. So, and you'll become a millionaire within 4 years using my program. So that's what I want to see you guys do. The opportunity is here. I'm wealthy. Not many other wealthy people out there will teach you this stuff. Most of us wealthy don't go around teaching people how to become wealthy. So I'm happy to share this information with you guys. And, you can learn it. If you're not lazy, I can guarantee you it'll work for you because we don't hold anything back. If you want to know, we'll share it with you. Sign up for my course. Get over to investbrilliantly.com. Sign up for my course at investbrilliantly.com. You can learn a bunch of stuff, but my course is noteinvestoruniversity.com, which there's a link on Invest Brilliantly to get you there too. Just click on the coaching link. That'll take you there too. Okay. So either way, I just want to see you guys do it. I see we've got Greg came on with us today. Thank you, sir, coming all the way from Canada. Glad to see you on today. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad to see you today. Thank you for chiming in. I hope you guys found this insightful and hopefully even a bit inspiring, because here's what I can tell you. You get into the note business, you're not in the real estate business, you are in the money business. And you're going to learn this if you pay attention to what I'm teaching you. The money is in the money business. There's a reason why banks don't flip houses. There's a reason why banks don't buy rentals, because the money is in the money business. And you want to be in the money business. That's where notes will put you. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I'm going to call this a day. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how many of you guys get over there and get signed up with us. Seems like every week we get 2 or 3 people that go on over, get themselves signed up, and I start showing them how to make money. Some of them do well. Some of them don't. That's just life, right? It's just like joining a gym. Some people can lose weight, get into shape at the gym, and others don't. But it's not the gym's fault, right? All the gym can do is say, hey, here's the program. Here's how you do it. Here's the machines. And I'm telling you guys, I've got the machine. I got the systems. I got the program. And those people that follow my systems succeed, period. Okay? So if you'll follow my system, you will too succeed. And it won't be very long at all. Money problems, even if you have them, money problems will be a thing of the past. You won't even think about them anymore. It won't be an issue. And that's what I want to share with you guys. All right? All right. Hey, God bless you guys. I'll see you guys next Monday. Every Monday, we're on here on the Note Investing for Newbies show. I'm Desi Arnaz, professional investor, checking out.